I'm great, man. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Good.
Start with the Pro Bowlers, Pat
Yeah.
Surtain and Justin Simmons earning that honor. What does that mean for you? You've been
Yeah.
here with certain Justin before. What does it mean to see those two get on?
That's great for those guys. You know, obviously Justin's been here a long time, and he's played well this year, so he's being recognized for how he's played all year. Obviously, Patrick's a young guy who's made his second in a row. Hopefully, more in the future for him. But he's also played well. But you know, as a defense, when you watch us play, I hope people watch that they're playing well. You know, and it's the entire group. It's the coaches, it's the players, and it takes the whole community. You know, for those guys to make Pro Bowl.
When you obviously you have one game left here this
Yeah.
year, but do you allow yourself any time to think about just the nucleus you have, whether it's those two guys, others,
Yeah.
going beyond this season?
Those thoughts never stop turning. You know, you're always searching for ways to get better, and we have a good young group, you know, with some veterans that's been around who's played good ball for us this year. So absolutely, man. I mean, after the last snap on Sunday, your mind turns to the future, you know, and it's pretty bright in my opinion. You know, obviously, it won't be the same group next year, but if we get our base core back, I feel good with the group.
You obviously,
Yeah. Well, Pat allows you to you know, push the coverage away from him. You know, you're looking for ways to force the ball to Patrick because most teams are avoiding him. You know, and when he's matched against their best guy, you know, and he's getting targeted, you could make sure coverages to make sure the best guy's not beating you. And that's a rare trait that he has, and that's for me that's fun the game plan because I know if he's on a guy, you know, for the entire game, it won't be a game where the guy's going to go off on us, you know. So I mean, he can hold most receivers down and allow us to push the coverage away from him. So game plan wise with pressures and coverage, man, it's awesome to have a player like Patrick.
This question is more for a week after the season,
Yeah.
but I don't think they'll have access to the coaches then. How much pride do you take to the way this defense responded to you after the Dolphins game when it was going the wrong way and guys said you didn't panic, you trusted them, they trusted, but how much pride do you take given
Yeah.
where you were and how this is ultimately going to finish?
I mean, that's a coach's dream, you know. I mean, we're here to teach, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy, you know, out the gate. You know, it's our first year together. You know, it's a different staff. It was a combination of two systems, so it took us a while to kind of, you know, catch our balance. But I was proud of the guys for allowing us to coach them. You know, because in this league, it's pro football, right? They can say no to your coaching, right? They can say, you know, I don't agree with that. But this group never did that to us. I mean, it was a group that was always open-minded and hardworking and always positive. You know, we had the one bad outing, but we knew inside of the room it wasn't that. You know, and that was the national narrative, obviously. And we lived through. We talked about it. We kind of laughed about it after about 3 or 4 weeks, but that wasn't us. And the film didn't speak to that. The score did, but the film didn't. So we knew who we were, which is a matter of getting back on track and playing good ball.
I think there was maybe a lot made about what continuity there was, but
Sure.
there was the adjustment period. So how
Yeah.
exciting is that then looking forward to get
Yeah.
to build after the first year?
Absolutely, man. You know, it felt, I told Sean this about week 8, you know, it's our first year, right? He goes, yeah. I said, it feels like our 5th year here, you know? So it was obviously, you know, in this league, man, everyone expected to win, you know? So, you know, we weren't exempt from that. But, you know, having these guys back a second year and not starting from scratch is going to be huge for us. You know, getting the core guys back and just building from where we are now is going to be huge, man. I mean, in this league, it's about continuity. You know, if you can bring guys back with the same staff and same system, you're going to get better.
It's time for a couple more.
Where have you seen the most improvement from Jonathan Cooper this year? Has a chance to be
Yeah.
double-digit sack guys this year.
Yeah. I think Coop was just waiting to get more reps. You know, watching Coop over the last couple of years, he's been the same player, man. I mean, he's been a hardworking edge setter, you know, firm at the point of attack, you know, always a good rusher, you know, but he needed more turns. And I think Coop's a guy that you can win with long term. You know, I've coached a lot of great rushers, but he's a great football player, you know, and his trait is toughness and smarts and consistency. He's the same guy every single week. And that's what you want in this league, man. It's a long season. And you watch us from 1 to 17, he's the same guy, you know. So to me, that's value.
When you have a guy like Drew Sanders, and you've talked about
Mhm.
the ups and downs and all that, but for him,
Yeah.
going into his first full off season as a pro, what's the key for him? Like, how does he take this
Right.
year?
I think for most young players playing that position, just keep growing his body, you know, getting stronger and you know, taking the coaching. You know, outside backer is it's a specialized position with the edge setting and rushing and games and those and dropping in the coverage, and he's a natural athlete, so the dropping point is going to be easy for him. Just rushing and playing against big men every single down is going to be his issue, his learning curve. But watching him last week, man, he's improved a lot, and he's made a lot of plays the last couple of weeks, and he's excited about being outside backer.
What was it like? What was it like working for Coach Payton this year? That experience, and are you hopefully you'll get some head coaching interviews this offseason?
It was awesome working with Coach, man. I mean, he is what I thought he was going to be. He's a great leader. He's a great teacher, and that part, was fun to watch. I mean, every moment he got to teach, he taught. In the classroom, on the field, situational football, offense, defense. I mean, he knows the game, and that's the job of a head coach. And to motivate and to push the right buttons, and his standard is very, very high for all of us. And that made me search, man. That makes you a better coach because you don't want to hear it, you want to please the coach, if you don't, he's gonna let you know about it. So, but he made me better, obviously through the hard times in the first part of the season, man. He pushed me to get better, and it showed in our results.
Are you hopeful you get some interviews this offseason?
Yeah, absolutely. My focus now is the Raiders, but moving forward, if I get a chance to talk to some people, I would welcome that. But I'm not openly seeking it. We have to win games, and my focus is winning games. And when you win games, those turns happen naturally. Everyone wants to hire winners. And we have a chance to go win 9. So we'll see after this win. What happens after that.